The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright in anticipation of what is coming upon the world, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand. Beware that your hearts do not become drowsy from carousing and drunkenness and the anxieties of daily life, and that day catch you by surprise like a trap. For that day will assault everyone who lives on the face of the earth. Be vigilant at all times, and pray that you have the strength to escape the tribulations that are imminent, and to stand before the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord. If this gospel passage sounds familiar, it's because we heard Mark's version of it 2 weeks ago. Both use the same images. It begins with people commenting about how beautiful the temple is. And Jesus is saying it will all be destroyed and people will be dismayed. Talks about signs in the sun, the moon, the stars. And in Mark's version, Jesus said that only the Father knows the day. Here, Jesus says, be vigilant, or that day will catch you by surprise. So we begin this new year, this new church year, with the same message we ended the last church year. People react to this kind of news in different ways. In the early church, some were terrorized and some were comforted. And the reason for the comfort and the terror was both the same, because the Lord was coming back soon. Today, some people are dismayed. They wonder if the signs Jesus was speaking about are what we're seeing today. Many people, however, today are just disinterested. We've heard this message many times before, and well, we're still here. So nothing we do matters. Between dismay and disinterest is the path of Jesus. It's what St. Paul was saying to the Thessalonians. That's the earliest written part of the New Testament. He said they were following the way of Jesus, and he encouraged them to do it in even greater ways, for thus is pleasing to God. That message still rings true for us nearly 2,000 years later. We could be dismayed or we could be disinterested and pull back from the way of Jesus. But the thing to do is to lean into the way of Christ even more, to continue to love, and to find even deeper ways to love. That way, whatever happens, we will be able to hold our heads up high. The reason we do this, the word for this is hope. Because we hope, we have hope, we continue to love. We have hope because we believe that what we do matters. Our love matters. So we aren't frozen in fear, and we aren't just giving up because nothing matters. We continue to love because we believe it makes a difference. We could call this an Advent way of life. We aren't frozen in fear or disinterested. We continue to love. And because we love, we are not only prepared for the coming of our Lord, we're making his presence felt right here and now.